doing, Brother Craig? How you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I know it's been one of those times. One of those weekends. But it's Monday, and it's time to get this day started. So, welcome to Morning Motivation, your daily dose of inspiration and empowerment. I'm your host, Jamar, and I'm thrilled to have you join us as we kickstart our day with positivity and purpose. So whether you're here to seek motivation, connect with like-minded individuals, or simply get your day started on the right foot, you come to the right place. Shout out to Craig G. How you doing, Brother Craig? Brick by brick in the building. Can't forget out to Canada. What up, yo? How y'all doing this fine Monday morning? All right, everything seems to be in order. So, as you know, today we're talking about confidence. What confidence really looks like. What it feels like. What it tastes like. Because y'all know there's some folk around, they be out here faking it. And sometimes them folk be us. Sometimes it's us. Because we out here trying to figure it out, man. Trying to figure it out. We saying one thing. And as we saying that one thing, we got all kind of doubts and questions in our minds. If we really are what we say we are. If we really have it figured out. Or we just trying to make it day by day. Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate to that. Put a 1 in the chat if you have people who look to you for guidance, for leadership, and you be unsteady like a mug, but you present that face of confidence. And you just be hoping on the backside that people don't see the chinks in that armor. What up, self-talk? Positive self-talk, that is. I know there's been periods in my life where I've had to put on that face, that brave face, that positive look, have that positive energy, but at the same time on the inside, I'm struggling because I ain't got it together, but I can't let them see it. Ooh, time out for this important news drop. What up, Mo? We got Mo in the building, y'all. What up, K? K said, hold on, first, Mo says, came in at the right time. And K said, isn't it nice being the oldest? Yeah, the oldest siblings, man. You play a lot of roles. You had to do a lot of things. And I find myself, this year becoming really the patriarch of my family. And it wasn't supposed to be like this, according to my book and my definition. Because, had pops to lean on or, moms to lean on. But like now, moms and pops is gone. Mo said, nah, bro. I'm transparent. I ain't got it all figured out. And the craziest thing is, none of us have it all figured out. But the people that come to us, they're hoping we got it a little bit more figured out than they do. I mean, truth be told. They're hoping that we got a few more answers than what they have. But sometimes when you take on that mantle of leadership, when you own the fact that so many people are looking to you for answers, then it adds a different layer of pressure. When you start that company, now you're responsible for not only your family eating, but the people that you employ. You still got to give work, even if you don't have a regular like a W-2 jobs employees, but you have contractors. You still have to give them enough work so that when you call, they answer. Because if you don't give them no work, they're going to move on to other things. And then now everything will fall on your shoulders. So there's this juggling act that whether you're in business, whether you're family, whether it's career, there's a juggling act that you gotta get through. And let's not even talk about dating. Ladies, I'm curious. On the dating market, I know some of you are off that market, but when you were on the market, how was it? Let me think. What's the best way to phrase this? How important was it that the guy that approached you was confident? How important was that? Or did it not matter to you? Is this just all in a guy's mind? Did I have to be confident? I have to portray myself as having it, How important is it, lady, that the guy approaching you has confidence? Mo said all older siblings aren't the same. In our family, the youngest took care of the older sibling. That's where I'm going, Mo. Mo, you come in here you're always in get out my notebook. Mo, stay in my notebook. And fellas, I know we look for things a little different sometimes. So let me ask this question to the fellas. Toronto says very important. The guy got to have some confidence, right? Fellas, how important is it when you meet a woman that you're interested in? How important is the confidence? How important is it that she looks confident in herself, or are you out here looking for low self-esteem ladies? I mean, because I know that's a thing, ladies. You may not want to hear this, but some guys out here looking for chicks with low self-esteem. Just go, Kay says, quiet confidence was always high on my list. Never cared for guys that wanted to be seen, though. So you like that subtle confidence, right? Not too flashy, not too loud, but just kind of sure of himself. Okay. Now I don't think my fella's gonna really answer that question this morning, because I think I might have just gave away some game. I think I might have just I think I may have gave away some game. Confidence, but not cocky. That's what Mo said. Okay, got you. So, I'm fellas, don't answer that question. I'm gonna fall on the sword on this one. So, ladies, once upon a time in my life, I was probably 22, 23 years old. I had a choice to make. You see, I was dating multiple women at this particular time. And they all knew about each other. It wasn't like I was, had one in this corner, one in that corner. No, hey, how you doing? My name is Jamon. Hey, what's your name? Mine such. Okay, cool. So, Jamon, what are your intentions? I'm like, I'm just trying to figure it out right now. I said, I have other people that I date. I mean, like seriously. I mean, we friends, but we date. Well, couple questions get asked, and I'll be like, "Yo, this her name is such and such. She's in college. Her name is such and such. She's in the military. Her name is such and such. I didn't, I wasn't committed to nobody, so I don't, I ain't never been one to lie. And so it comes down to this position where I'm having to choose because I'm getting ready to make some other moves, and I need to thin this roster out. And so, who do I choose? Do I choose the one who's super confident, or do I choose the one who's a little shaky on the self-esteem? Who do I choose? Because I had a variety of different personalities and positions in life. The ladies I was dating, she was probably 38 at the time, and like I said, I'm 22, 23. So I had an 18-year-old, no, a 19-year-old, and a 38-year-old, and a couple in the middle. Not bragging, so fellas, don't be like, "Ooh, my God!" No, it was horrific. It's too much. It's too much. Because as a man, I'm supposed to pay for dates. I'm supposed to help protect you from the outside world, but also protect your emotions in the house. I'm supposed to do all these different things, but I'm doing them for so many different women. Bruh. Don't believe the hype, fellas. You don't want those problems. You're just managing too many emotions and you stay broke a lot. Just trust me on that one. But my 38-year-old though, she was restoring your boy. I show up at her crib, bro. I get the home cooked meal. She buying me like gift certificates for like car washes. I mean, she just like knew what a brother needed, right? Whole nother reason. So I had to make a choice. And unfortunately, I chose the low self-esteem chick because she was so much easier to deal with. So like I said, I'm gonna follow on the sword on that one for my fellas. But as it relates to confidence, what is confidence? What is confidence, and why is confidence so appealing? It's appealing that people would portray it, they'll fake it. And when I say confidence, I don't mean arrogance. I don't mean that loud brash. I'm talking about something that's rooted in self-awareness, competence, and authenticity. Self-awareness, competence, and authenticity. That's what confidence is. It's that thing that steals you when you walk into certain situations. You're not shaken because one, you know who you are. And so this whole year, we've talked about knowing who you are and knowing what you wanted. Since this show has began, that is primarily what we've been talking about. And it's been on purpose. I may have gone, outside those borders a time or two, but for the most part, this whole show has been about knowing who you are and knowing what you want. Knowing who you are and knowing what you want. And you never really get to a point where you just arrive. It's just like, hey, I'm here now, because life has ebbs and flows. You're going up one mountain, you reach the peak, but then you got to come back down and go to the next journey. So you're always making those shifts. You're always making those shifts. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Mo says they know who they are and don't have to announce it. They walk in and you already know. Yeah, it's amazing, man. It is amazing how some people can walk into a room and their energy just sucks all the oxygen to them. I was on a shoot. I think I told y'all this. I was on a shoot. It It was like a Black History Month thing about 2 years ago. And Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, for those of you who know him by that name better, he was the keynote speaker. And so I'm with the media team over here. And I heard this little buzz in the room because the room was, people were talking. It was a lot of laughing and joking and smiles and high fives. And then it got quiet as the show started. But then there became a little buzz in the room. People started whispering like, hey, he's here, he's here. And people were getting excited. And the door opens and he walks in. And he walked past the media table and he's greeting each person at the media table. And you can see everybody's eyes like, hey, how you doing, coach? How you doing, coach? How you doing, coach? And he's like, good. How are you, young man? How are you? Good to see you. He said, all right, we'll have a good show today, right? Yeah, okay, all right, good to see you. Good to see you. People are perfectionists, right? Got on stage, talked for about 30 minutes. Whole crowd was like, standing ovation when he was done. His aura, the person that he is, the confidence that he exuded, took all the air out of the room from the moment he came in to the moment he left, and all the focus was on him exclusively. He could have said, pull out your credit cards right now, throw them on stage. All right, good night, see y'all later. And people would have did it. People would have did it. I wouldn't have, because I ain't that impressed, but I could see it. And I'm like, man, I want that. Whatever that is, I want that. And so I admired him because he walked into a room not even saying a word and captivated the whole room. Now, a lot of that came because Hall of Fame football player, all-star baseball player, played 2 professional sports at the same time. Outstanding college athlete, outstanding high school athlete. He had done the first 40 years of his life. He had done enough to be considered one of the greatest people, athletes to ever live. And so now he's going into another space where he's coaching. Ups, down, boom. Now he's coaching at a very high level. People are starting to respect him as a coach now. Where does that kind of confidence come from? Well, I really just gave you his story. It started young, man. And he decided, I want to be the best. I'm prime time, Deion Sanders, and I want to be the greatest cornerback. I want to be an all-star baseball player. He knew who he was. He knew what he wanted, and he gave everything. He had to get his big toe amputated because of all the effort that he gave. He had this one little injury called turf toe that never went away because he was fast. He was so fast. He used so much power and torque just moving in the sports that he played that he damaged his toe, and then years later he had to have his toe amputated. But that did not shake his confidence. He's still finding ways to win. So let's break it down a little bit. Self-awareness. I told you those 3 pillars: self-awareness, competence, and authenticity. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is understanding your strengths and your weaknesses. I say quite often, my wife's probably sick of me hearing it, that I bet on me. I'm never going to let me down. And I can say it as matter-of-factly because I've never I take that back. I have let me down quite a few times. And I've learned that the reason I let me down is because I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And the reason I don't let me down anymore is because I now cover those bases. Because most times it's a habit that we have that derails us. Sometimes it's procrastination. Sometimes it's just plain old laziness. A lot of times when you procrastinate, it's because you're not really sure that you want to do. You know you need to, but you really don't want to do it. And so it's this constant tug of war of saying, let me get this done. Oh man. Oh, ooh, the sun just came out. I'll just do it later. Oh, it's Sunday. I don't work on Sundays. Oh, we find reasons to not do it. And then sometimes, we're just plain lazy. It happens. It happens a lot. And so understanding where you are weak, understanding where you lack motivation to do things, and then understanding what actually motivates you, that's what creates your habits. If you stay in a place that you don't want to be, you're going to be a really bad procrastinator. Like when I tell you guys about the kid that always plays video games, but he won't do any house chores, won't wash the dish to save his life. Matter of fact, there's a whole sink full of dishes in his room. He's not lazy. He's not sorry. He's motivated by playing that game. He procrastinates on everything else because it's not important to him. Had a conversation with my sister, and we talked about something, very similar to that. When we do we do work because of we enjoy the work, or do we do work because it pays us? Somebody tell me, Monique, tell me this. What's the better scenario? If you had a job that was going to pay you $80,000 a year and doing something you like doing, you know what I'm saying? You okay doing it. You get a good feeling from doing it. But it's still not your ideal. But then you get an offer for $110,000 to do a job that you can do, but you don't really like doing. Which job are you taking? Job one, the $80,000 job that you okay doing, or the $110,000 job that you really don't want to do, but there's a nice pay bump in there? And Mo ain't got to be the only one to answer that question, just in general. What job are y'all taking? Job one or job two? And neither one of them is your passion job, mind you. It's not the job to give you the warm and the fuzzies. They're both jobs. But one you would enjoy doing more than the other. The one you don't want to do the most pays the most. Which one y'all taking, one or two? Somebody talk to me. Because I've had this situation happen a couple of times in my life. I'm living it now, but I got to teach my son's class on Friday. I won't do that. I love teaching. So you going through that right now. Kay said, in that case, number two. Brick by Brick said, I'm taking the money and running. Okay. Taking the money and running with it. I've done that. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I've done that. I've done it. Brick coming in with a plan. He said, to fund what I really want. I feel you. Oh, let me cut that down. Two. So I got a bunch of twos in here. Okay, more twos than I thought. And so here's the rub, right? Wait, Monique says, I want to do teaching. I don't care about the money. My husband on the other hand, nah. And that's the thing. There is no right or wrong answer. Is what you can stomach, what your support system looks like. As the leader of my home, it depends on the situation. If my family's income is solely based on me, then I'm taking number two. If I have some dreams and some goals, some things that I want to knock out, let's say I take this job, I work it for 6 months, the extra money that I'm making on there, I can put toward a dream, I'm taking number two. But if it's like a career, long-term career, and I know I don't want to be over there, I'm going number one. And then I'll figure out how to make up that difference. So it really just depends. So I'm using the job to pay part of my education and the rest will pay for itself. Okay? What up, Jermaine? Shout out to my guy, Jermaine, in the building. And truly, how much can you live off of? Yeah. So it's situational. It is situational. But that's where self-awareness comes in. Because if you understand your triggers, you understand your motivations, you understand the bad habits you have. Like I know some people, if you put them in a warehouse or you put them on an assembly line or whatever job, they're gonna max it out, they're gonna perform well, it's gonna be no problems. But you put them as a cashier, you put them as a bank teller, you put them around large stashes of cash, they gonna get fired because they gonna be stealing. Because there are some people who really have impulse control issues. I have a cousin, love him to life, but I tell you, if he talking, he lying. If y'all can work in silence, he gonna work his butt off. But if he start talking, he lying. Don't believe nothing he saying. And I got another cousin that won't say a word. Ain't gonna work either though. But he'll do enough not to get fired, and it's not gonna be quality. Jermaine says, I'm advising my kids to start with what they want first, and then they make money with their passion and find their lifestyle. Or to find, I'm thinking you meant fun, but it might be find. Yeah, there is no right or no wrong way to do it. But being self-aware, your motives, why you want these things, it matters. It matters. Because I've also taken a job solely for the money, and I got there and I realized, bruh, this ain't me. This is not me. I can't do this. But guess what? I just turned down the other opportunity. I walked away from a situation that was already good, chasing something that was better, and then I get there and I realize the grass ain't greener. Now what do you do? Now what do you do? Do you throw your family in chaos for about 3 to 6 months? Or do you just suck it up and be miserable? Self-awareness. Now competence is the second pillar. If you have competence in a skill, I'm gonna use Jermaine as an example, right? Jermaine is in the video space with just like I am or was, right? And so Jermaine is probably one of the most competent people that I know in the production space. Way more competent than me. You see, my superpower, I'm being transparent and self-aware. My superpower is showing up. My superpower is being dependable, being coachable, being open to learn. And I pick up things very quickly. But I'm not the guy who's going to go sit at my desk and study the theory behind a thing, understand all of its inner workings, and then go practice it. That's not my strong suit. My strong suit is saying, hey, what's this? How does it work? All right, okay, cool. Let's go live. That's me. And because I'm self-aware, there's not many situations that I can go into that I'm not going to thrive in. I'm not going to figure it out. And over time, I've done it so much, I've gotten so good at not just being me, but understanding the environment that I'm in. Now I can have a conversation with Jermaine and it makes sense to both of us. But 5 years ago, I don't know. 10 years ago, definitely not. Competence matters. And how do you get competent if you're bouncing from job to job, place to place, thing to thing? Competence is developed over time. That's why Coach Prime is who he is, because he's developed his thing. He's coached at every level. He started coaching at AAU. Then he went to high school. Then he went to college, HBCU, names in the Power 5. He's hit every level just like he did when he was in sports. He's hit every level. So there's a level of competence that grows with that. So we have the self-awareness, we have the competence, and the final one is authenticity. Just being who you are. Letting people fall in love with you, not the persona. Being true to what your values are, not the culture. Authenticity is real. This is who I am. Fresh out the shower, no makeup, no cologne. This is me. Take it or leave it. Love it or not. This is me. Put a 1 in the chat if you live that way right now. Trying to see something. Put a 1 in the chat if you live like that right now. Come on, y'all. Somebody put a 1 in the chat. Or a 2. Put a 2 in the chat if you still working that out. Authenticity. Okay. Mo said 1. She, hey, this is me. Love it or leave it. Say love it or hate it. The underdog's on top. Nobody else? It's okay. Don't be pressured to say 1 now. You can say 2. Jermaine said, living that way, money be funny these days. Bruh. K said 1, I had to grow into it. Most said I had to learn. I am not everybody's cup of tea. Jermaine said, that's me. And so that's what it is, man. That's what it is. There is no right or wrong answer in any of these scenarios, any story that I told. There is no right or wrong answer. Y'all remember I told a story? I opened the garage early in the year, and it was the beginning of sundress season, I guess, and I saw the cakes walking right past my house as I'm opening the garage. And I'm just like, oh no, I made that U-turn and I went and looked at some boxes. And when she walked off, I went and did what I was going to do. Competence comes through the trial and the error, through the growth. Because once upon a time, I'd have been added to the roster. Failure is your friend. I keep saying it, and nobody wants to fail. Now, if you 40 plus, 50 plus, I done took enough L's. It's time to win now. But if you're in your 20s and 30s, this is fail season. Fail fast. Get it out the way. Learn yourself. Learn who you are. Learn what you want. Learn your likes, your dislikes. Fully be you. And that's why older people don't really be caring. Shoot, my uncle used to get up. He used to always crack me up. He'd get up, he put on mismatched socks. Jeans got a hole in it. Throw his little hat on, ain't shaved. I'm like, oh, where you going? He said, I'm going to the store. I said, like that? Who gonna say something? Uncle's like, who gonna check me, boo? Here we go, Mo. Mo said, I watch people say they are real and behind the closed doors are a completely different person. This is the devil in sheep's clothing. That wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Yeah, because people are faking it. People are faking it. And oftentimes, it's the people that make the most noise. Look at me. Look at me. I'm him. I'm him. Are you, though? I remember when I was going to, I wasn't a traditional college student. I went to the military first. And so when I came back to do my undergrad, I was in my 30s. I was like 34. And so I'm in the media room one day. And this girl that we were in the same class and we were working on this project together. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. Is that black skin in the building, y'all? Stop the presses. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Good stuff. Y'all showed up today, bruh. Okay. I feel you. I like it. And so I'm sitting in this media room, we're editing this project. And then one of her homegirls come in and they started kikiing and ha-ha and just giggling and snickering. And they kept saying little things. And I'm just like, yo, who y'all talking to, yo? Y'all don't know who I am for real. And then I said, look, I'm a grown ass man. And she stopped and she looked at me. She said, then why you gotta say it? Let me tell you something. But that was the first time somebody had ever challenged me in that way. Why did I feel the need to say I'm a grown man? Wasn't it obvious? I was insecure in something. And so I let it come out that I was insecure by declaring what I was when it was easy for anybody looking to see. No, this is definitely a grown man right here. Auntie Canada said, that's one thing that I love. My kids can call me and ask me my opinion because they know that I'm not going to take sides, but give them options to make their own decisions. It's all about authenticity. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, it's a process. When I say you got to fail fast, you got to fail fast. You got to get it out the way. You got to learn how to build your confidence, and sometimes it takes a process. Now, you may get to a certain level of mastery earlier in life, whether through sports, whether the job that you're doing, but your overall person, you're not fully competent yet because there's different areas of who we are. There's other areas that we flow in. So we talked about self-awareness, we talked about confidence, we talked about authenticity. So some other pillars of confidence will be preparation. You got the self-awareness piece, but then preparation. People that we pay money for, we pay money to see, whether it's entertainers, whether it's athletes. We go to these games. If you're gonna buy a $8 bottle of water, a $15 beer, and a $10 hot dog, you want your money's worth, right? So the game is gonna last about 2.5 hours. For 2.5 hours of entertainment value, they practice minimum 30 hours a week. Sometimes more, because in the spring, in training camps, in the summer season, there's 2 days. You go practice for 2 hours in the morning, conditioning. You go back and watch film for 2-3 hours, eat lunch, take a nap, go back on the field and practice for another 3-4 hours. And this is high level activity. They ain't just sitting at a keyboard, peck, 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 peck. They ain't got the little lawnmower cutting the grass. No, they're out there working hard. Entertainers, they are spending all night in the studio recording, practicing, learning instruments, playing over and over and over and over, memorizing, internalizing, just to create an hour-long CD, to do a 45-minute set. Comedians, they go from club to club to club to club to club, working on one joke until they get it right. Then the next joke till they get it right. They practice more than they perform. That is why they make the big bucks. Because they hit a certain level of mastery. The preparation. And they say when preparation meets opportunity, that's when success comes. But most people, we just want to show up and perform. We want to show up and do the work. We don't prepare. And I'm going to be transparent. I don't prepare as much as I need to in a lot of areas. And that tells me that those other areas I'm not passionate about. So now I have to be real with myself and say, why am I spending so much energy doing these things that I really don't want to do? I'm just kind of doing it. I'm not really doing it. So what are the things that I prepare for? This is how I identify what lanes I need to be in. What am I preparing myself for? What do I want to make sure I got every I dotted and every T crossed? What's the thing that I'm sitting around doing research for? What's the thing that I listen to while I'm in my car as I'm getting ready to go somewhere? What's the thing that I stress over and I fret over? Because I'm preparing, but it ain't fitting just right yet. That's how I make decisions as far as the lanes that I need to be in, how to move it, and also who to partner with. Because the person that just show up for me, but they ain't never prepared, they really don't want to be there because they're not bringing any new ideas. They're not bringing any new options. That's why I love a guy like Jermaine, because when Jermaine called me, I know Jermaine has been sitting at his desk like this. So I wonder if we do this, but if I can do that, okay, let me research that. Oh, so that's how that works. Okay. You know what? Who would fit good? Let me call Jermaine. When Jermaine calls me, I know Jermaine's already worked something through in his head. He's already scouted. He's already did all those steps. He's not saying, hey man, I think I want to do something, but I ain't sure what I want to do yet. I'll keep you posted though. Oh, you got some ideas? No, he's calling with ideas. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what my skill set is because he's seen what I prepare the most. He sees my competence, I see his competence. So there's a partnership, there's a synergy that's already naturally there. Resiliency, being resilient, being able to bounce back. I had a roll band on my desk. I don't have it no more, do I? I do not. But the ability to be stretched and bounce back. The ability to have your feathers ruffled and then be able to wipe them, rub them back down. Being resilient is one of the keys that we need to really have that inner confidence. And resiliency also comes from the preparedness. When something don't go according to plan, trust your training. That's something that the military will beat into your head. Trust your training. That's why they send you through basic training. For 8 weeks, for not 9 weeks literally, but for 8 weeks, you are learning discipline. You are learning coordination. You are learning battle preparation. You are learning map navigating. You are learning weapons. You're learning how to take orders. You're learning how to give orders. There's an indoctrination process that you in every day from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Except maybe Sunday, you get a little time off. But Monday through Saturday, you in preparation mode. Most of that's good. Having the right community of people is good. They will hold you accountable and step in where it is needed. Yeah, exactly. But if you're not in your authentic space, if you're not in the space that you thrive in, it's going to be hard to connect with the people on that level. Now, granted, you have to go do things. You have to go figure it out first. And while you're figuring it out, you're going to meet people. That's why colleges is, I think the best part of college life is networking. You're going to meet people in college. You all going to be trying to figure it out. And then at some point, you're going to graduate or leave school to do something else. And you're going to do your own things in life. And then fate will bring you guys back together. And now y'all in a position to help each other. What up, yo? Hey, you've been early so many times, you got a credit. Don't even worry about it. Appreciate you for being here, though. In spite of. And the final piece to this puzzle, your why, your purpose. You got to know what you're after. And if you put all those things together, you have this confidence. Because I think Kay said earlier something about quiet confidence. Quiet confidence can also be mistaken for insecurity. Sometimes when a person is quiet and they just do stuff, it's total insecurity because they don't really know what they're doing. They're just trying to not go fast about it. They're not trying to draw attention to themselves. So they look like they're calm and they got it figured out. But inside, they then pleased. That imposter syndrome is yelling at them. Most days, you have to be okay with others teaching you things where you lack. Learn who you are so you can arrive at your destination. Full circle moments. Exactly. And so confidence comes from competence, experience, and support systems. I'm going to say it again. Competence, experience, and support systems. Because let me tell you, I'm going to give y'all a quick, not even story. There was a time in my life when I had the competence and I had the experience, but I ain't had no support system. I was just out there lone wolfing it. And I could never get the traction that I needed. I could never get over the hump because I'm trying to do it all myself. Put a one if you can relate to that. I'm trying to do it all myself. I got the skill. I got the experience. But I ain't got no support. I don't have any support to help me scale, to help me get over the big speed bumps. In the military, you have obstacle courses. And every obstacle course is designed to test you in a couple different areas. One is your physical fitness, your will, your determination. But two is support. You need a battle buddy to help you get past some of those barriers, to get past some hurdles, because you just can't do it by yourself. And if you do, you're probably going to injure yourself. And then what good are you if you hurt? You don't have anybody that can drag you to safety. You don't have anybody that say, hold on, put your foot in my hand, I'll lift you up. If you got to climb a skateboard by yourself, it's going to take you longer. You're going to bang your knees up. You need the support circle. So confidence comes from those 2-3 areas: competence, experience, and a support community. You can't do it alone. If you guys were not here, you guys and gals were not here, I wouldn't be here. Well, I'd probably still be here. But we wouldn't have the community that we've built. And who knows what this community is going to turn into? Who knows how we might end up working together one day down the road? Who knows? Who knows? We're all on our journey. Shoot, a few years from now, I might get into distribution. I might be selling crazy merch. I might partner with a major carrier, and I need to give somebody a contract to transport the stuff. There's a few people in this group right now that I can reach out to and be like, hey, this is what the contract looks like. These are the requirements. This is what the pay looks like. Let's talk. I might need a producer down the road. You may need a keynote speaker down the road. You may need somebody with some advice. Hey, Jamon, I'm trying to put this together. You know any video people? Huh, I sure do. Connections matter, yo. Yeah, Kay said, I know a guy. Connections matter. You got to have that support system, that community. Only because I had to, but it was burning me out until I got my community. Yep, that's it. You better make sure you got the right one to help you, because they'll pull you in the same hole they're in. Say, look, not a pretty hole either, one that black one. Okay, y'all know my mind, bro. Anyway. Okay, so I talked about Deion Sanders a lot this morning, and because I think his story is so unique. And he is just a guy. He is a guy who has lived by his code. And his code is, if you look good, you feel good. I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit further. If you look good, you feel good, right? If you feel good, you play good, right? And if you play good, they pay good. That's literally been his model for success. I'm going to look good. I'm going to be flossy and flashy because it makes me feel good. And when I feel good, I'm going to play better. And when I play better, they're going to pay better. It's so simple, but it's not always easy, right? But he's taking that model every step of the way. His team, you know, we used to be like guys in the sports community, used to look at Oregon like, because Nike really sponsors Oregon University, or the University of Oregon. And so they always got the fresh cleats, the fresh jerseys, the fresh uniforms, helmets. Well, he's went to Colorado and done the exact same thing. But he's done it at a more name, I can't say more name recognition than Nike, but he's done it through, I can't even say. It's fantastic the way he's done it. I mean, he got LeBron sending LeBron cleats. The players be out there fly. And they look good, they feel good. And they feel good, they play good. All of them got nice fat NIL deals, and a lot of them going to the league where they gonna get paid good. His moniker for his life, and he said this early in his career, but he's lived by it. He's authentic to who he is. He's extremely competent. He has great support systems. And over time, he's developed his experience. He's self-aware. He knows who he is. He knows his weak points. He knows his strengths. He leans into his strengths, and he brings people in to fill in the gaps where he's weak. Yeah. He treats them like they're his own kids. He keeps it real and has no respect of person. Nope. And another tenet of his life, his faith. He don't care what you got to say about it. He don't care what you think about it. This is who I am. This is how I live my life. And so because this is how I live my life, I won't do certain things and I will do these things. So here are 4 quick things you can do to really cultivate your confidence as we get ready to get up out of here. 1, invest in your skills. Talked about it months ago. In life, you get paid in 2 forms of currency: experience and gold or dollar bills or whatever. Choose experience first. Go learn the skill. And if you got to learn it for free without getting compensated, good. It'll make you hungrier. Good, because now you know I got to get better to earn the money. So now when somebody says, hey, what's your rate? And you say, that's going to be $5,000 for that shoot. You won't blink. And they're going to be like, dang, whew, 5,000, man. All right, let me see how I can get to your rate. Okay, we negotiate a little bit. But he's sure, no, I'm not sure. 500? Sold, 500. Come on in and work all day on your feet. Let me give you this quick 500 bones. But then the other person come in that you got more skill than just made $3,000. Invest in your skills. Get the experience first. As they say, eat a little crap first. Go through the heartaches. Learn what you need to learn so you can demand what you're actually worth. Surround yourself with believers. Choose those people who are on the same path as you. Choose that community that believes in excellence, that thinks the way you think, that vibes the way you vibe. Number 3, embrace failures. I think it was Ricky Jolly? A setback is a setup for a comeback. I think that's what's the name of the book. And then I heard Les Brown say, when you fall down, try to land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Embrace the failures. Failure is your friend. It truly is. I know it sucks to fail. I know it's embarrassing to fail, but it is one of the best friends you will ever have because it teaches you to be better. It makes you not want to visit them again. It makes you do what's necessary. Once you get tired of failing, once that nail hurts bad enough, you're going to get up and you ain't going to sit on it again. You ain't going to fall back in that space again because you've been there. Blaskican says, yeah, I don't take a job from somebody else when you most different. No, you're not capable of handling it. Kay said increase prices. Increases prices, that's it. Once you get the experience, you can name your price. Now, it's just the whole mission is finding the people that can afford to pay your price. When I was doing the wedding videography circuit, It used to frustrate me so bad because people will spend $1,000 on the cake, but want to give me $300. I said, I told one, I said, you do realize in 2 days that cake gonna be in the sewer. But you still want to be looking at this video for the next 5 years. Which one has the higher value? The cake. Adios. Okay, cool. You need to go set up get everybody to film on their iPhones and send you all the footage later. Don't call me the editor though. You get to a point where you don't accept what you don't want to accept. And that comes with confidence. That comes with experience. And the final piece, and I said it with the Coach Prime, live your values. Confidence thrives when your actions align with your beliefs. Confidence thrives when your actions align with your beliefs. And that's why Coach Prime is the success that he is. That's why people have such high reverence for him, because he practiced at a high level. He performed at a high level. He speaks at a high level. Everything he does is high level because of his life's motto. So what I want y'all to do, here's homework. I want you to create a motto for your life. I want you to create a motto for your life, a philosophy for your life, something that you can live by, something that you can live by. What, Mo? Something that you can live by. Because I want all of us to have the confidence. I want all of us to have the authenticity, the self-awareness, and the resiliency that we need to keep going on in this life journey of self-discovery. Being competent, capable, confident in who we are without the need to fake it. And be okay if people don't like us. Be okay if people don't see the vision. Be okay if people don't want to support, because somebody is always willing to partner with somebody like them. Birds of a feather truly flock together. If you have to convince somebody to be on in your team, to be around you, they're probably not for you. If somebody don't see your value within 30 minutes of being around you, I know I may be stepping on a few toes right here, but sometimes we want people to like us so much that we stop being authentic and real. This happens a lot when we're younger in life, but it happens nonetheless. It happens nonetheless. My closest friends, I tried to run them away. Thank God. They didn't run, because I needed them way more than I knew. Because the people that I wanted to run with, I'd be dead or in jail right now, or somewhere working a dead-end job trying to figure life out because I'm a 2-time felon. Living out of a halfway house. Mo says, you don't have to hurt others on your way. You help, not hurt. Give your all. Stop trying to live for people and be true to thine own self. Compete with yourself, not others. Yep, that's it. That is it. So this week officially marks the beginning of the holiday season. Most of us will be shutting it down by Wednesday, getting ready for the Thursday celebrations and the gathering of family and friends. And then, of course, we got Black Friday. Then it's my birthday. So it's like the holidays are officially about to begin. And also, this will be the last full week of morning motivation. Like I said last week, well, now I ain't gonna say full week. We're gonna today and we're gonna go Wednesday. We're gonna get a jump start on the holiday on Wednesday. We're gonna do a show Wednesday morning, which will be probably the last official morning motivation show. I got some other things that I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep you all in the loop. So if you haven't joined the Facebook community, do that, because that's where morning motivation will be moving to. That's where morning motivation will be moving to. And I won't be gone from the YouTube space. I got a couple other things that's gonna be happening, and I need to recoup my morning time so I can elevate to my next level. And so I know brick by brick, you haven't been here in a while, my guy, but some big things are happening. Some things are changing. I'm going more into my purpose, and I'm excited about it. And I'm thankful for you guys who've been here and celebrating and supporting for this year. It's been a fun ride, and it's just the beginning. It is just the beginning of what's to come. So it's after 8 now, and I know some of y'all got some things they're gonna get to, just like I do. So as always, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and hit that. Let me know you appreciate the show and the content. And if you want to buy your boy some coffee, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, or the QR code is on the screen. Like I said, I drink quite a few cups a day, and sometimes, boy, just somebody saying thank you, I appreciate you, this cup of coffee is on me, it means the world. Helps me know that what I do matters. And so I thank you for those of you who have supported in the past. I really appreciate it. I honor you. I thank you. And I pray a tenfold return on whatever you've done, on your support, on your coffee gifts, on just the love. And we're still talking MLK. We're doing a morning motivation meetup. I think somebody said the 18th, the weekend of the 18th. Is the weekend before MLK, and we're gonna do a morning motivation meetup. That's wife is good with it, so we're gonna probably do something at the house, man. You guys are family now, so we're gonna invite everybody through. We're gonna throw some meat on the grill. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna relax. We're gonna tell some stories. We're gonna have a good time. So if you're in the area, if you can make it, I would love to host you at our home. And so join the Facebook community if you haven't already. If not, that's where all the details and information will be going forward. So I think that's pretty much it for today, man. So thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hope it makes an impact, and a little something that you can put in your backpack to use for a little later when you need it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, all those YouTube things. And that being said, we'll see you guys Wednesday morning. I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but it's probably going to be a longer show. Going to go out in style. We're going to do it the right way. I might even have a few people call in. We'll see. I ain't tested that technology over here yet, so it may not happen. However, I don't know. I might create a Zoom room. So if you off and you want to join the Zoom, maybe we'll do it that way. Who knows? We'll play it by ear. I'll have everything set up. I might have some links available. So, yeah. We'll do what we do. I'll be on screen. I won't have y'all on the internet. Y'all can all be in the Zoom if y'all want to do that. But anyway, we'll do that a little later. See you guys Wednesday. Have a great day, great Monday. Peace.